So I am super excited to be here today with Roz Zollinger. She is the founder of the Heal Center in Atlanta, Georgia. And this remarkable woman has been teaching reflexology and essential oils for nearly 35 years. She has studied in some extremely prestigious places herself, with institutes in London and South Africa, of course, California, and even Purdue University. So sit back and enjoy. You're going to learn how to help yourself relieve pain and increase energy. So, Roz, I'm super interested in knowing, how did you get involved with essential oils? Like, what interested you and what's that journey?
Deborah, I think it found me. I was already doing reflexology, and I saw this course advertised in South Africa, in Johannesburg, and it was something about aromatherapy. And I thought, well, something about smell, something that I would like, and it changed my life. It completely changed my life.
Now, what year was that?
That was 1983, 84.
Okay, because essential oils now are a buzzword. Like, people didn't really know a lot about it at that time.
I know. I took training from a British school that came to Johannesburg at that time. And she had been already doing it for 20 years.
Wow.
So in England, it was more developed than it was here.
Well, that's nothing new.
That's right.
Actually,
right.
That does happen in holistic health.
When I came here in 89, there was very little known about aromatherapy.
Right.
And I have seen the growth tremendously. So.
It really is. And I see it in my practice as well. Clients ask me questions and so forth, and I'm not an expert in aromatherapy, but I think there's some misinformation out there. So if you can help people, you think?
There's a lot of misinformation out there and a lot of scary information out there.
Well, give us an overview. What's appropriate to use and not use? Are there any contraindications for certain health conditions or whatever?
Okay, that's a very deep field. So there are contraindications. There are safety indications as well. Okay. And the problem is too many people are getting into this from, they did an hour's training or they read about it and then they want to use it internally, and that's a no-no. So, people don't realize essential oils are not something you go to Kroger's or Walmart and get something that's for cleaning. This is like medication.
Right.
And in Europe, in France, and in Australia, this is a medical field. They don't use it unless they're trained naturopaths or medical doctors as well.
Interesting.
So they're taking these very powerful essential oils and using it in the wrong way. So
now you're going to help us to understand, though, a few that would be safe for people to use
absolutely.
And that they can do. Okay, good.
And most of them are actually safe. It's how you use it, how many drops. Are you using it topically? Are you putting it in the bath, doing inhalation? There are some contraindications. So like birch and wintergreen are two essential oils that have the same component as aspirin. And so,
interesting.
Yeah, so that if people have blood thinning issues, these are not oils that you want to use, at least use a lot of.
Okay.
And there's certain contraindications. If someone gets seizures, you don't use very stimulating oils, or oils that stimulate the nervous system.
So, Roz, so many people really want to learn about and use essential oils, but from what you've just said, they're not to play with. Certain ones you do have to know what you're doing. Right. So do you offer any kind of training for a lay person?
Yes, absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Okay, yes, that's what we do at the Heal Center. I started offering training when we first came here in 89, where I realized there was absolutely nothing, at least in the city. It went from an hour's program to 12 hours to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and now we are at 16 weeks. It's a 50-hour program.
Okay.
And I'm finding that's not enough. So we're putting together more advanced modules. I want to reach a 200-hour program.
My word.
But the basic class is what people can use to be able to use this at home or even professionally with your clients as well.
Oh, good. So, then I should take that too. Because I have people ask me about it, but I'm not trained. So it would be very helpful to know that.
Exactly.
So, okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
So the other thing I was interested in is, do you have any stories of essential oils and, just sort of unusual healing stories that you've experienced with people?
I was thinking about that on my way here, and there's so many stories. I work a lot with people. A lot of my clients have anxiety. So giving them, I do two things for anxiety: making a little spray with some of the oils that will help the adrenals and help cut that anxiety in that moment, and then giving them a topical blend that they could put on. So that would be more long-lasting.
Oh, nice.
I was thinking of one of the stories that I love. I don't love that it happened, but I've got a grandchild. He's now 8. When he was about 18 months or 2, they were at my home. And he was bouncing on the couch, and for some reason he flew forward and hit his head on the granite countertop of my kitchen.
Oh, geez, yeah.
And helichrysum essential oil is an incredible blood disperser, anti-bruise, trauma oil. And I ran, of course, his daddy got the ice, and I ran to get my helichrysum, put it a little bit on a carrier oil, and kept rubbing it on. No bruise. I could tell the trauma was there, but the next day there was no bruise.
Wow.
So,
that's amazing.
These oils are amazing. You have to be careful with children. You have to know how much to use.
Right.
But that was a case that I was just going to use.
Now, you said something that I think is super important for people to know. You said mixed it with a carrier oil.
Yes.
Talk about that for a sec.
As a rule of thumb, it is better not to use essential oils without a carrier. That could be sweet almond oil or apricot kernel oil or even aloe vera gel.
So by carrier, you mean you're going to dilute it into another substance.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Now dilution, when I do reflexology, my dilution is about 5% essential oil into the carrier, which would be in an ounce would be maybe 20 to 30 drops of essential oil in total if I make a blend.
Okay.
For children, it might be, it depends on the age. You never use essential oils on babies. Never, never, never.
Okay.
Unless you have it in a diffuser and very mild. For up to maybe the age of 2 or 3, use maybe a 1.5 or 2% dilution.
Okay.
So these are things one has to know.
And I've heard that cats, that essential oils are toxic to cats. Is that true?
Some essential oils.
Okay,
some essential oils.
So probably better safe just to not allow your kitties to lick you when you've had that.
Is the most toxic to cats.
Okay.
And then it could be some stimulating oils like eucalyptus or too much rosemary that could affect cats. Working with animals is a whole other field, but I do a little bit of that.
Well, then let's talk about something that people could use at home. What would be some of your favorite essential oils, for example, to relieve pain?
Pain, okay. Depending on what kind of pain, I actually made a blend that we can try in a minute.
Okay.
I combine oils, for instance, helichrysum that I spoke about, which is an anti-trauma, good anti-inflammatory. Anything blue chamomile or blue tansy will reduce inflammation. Or turmeric. I've got turmeric CO2 or essential oil. Peppermint is an antispasmodic, so that's really good for pain. Black pepper relaxes the smooth muscle. So I combine, my pain blend probably has about 6 or 8 different essential oils. And is it muscle pain? Is it more inflammation? Is it, where is the pain located? Right. So, my pain blend is the one that I can never keep enough of.
Ooh, and what goes in your pain blend?
I will give you some to try.
Good. Okay, good.
Yes,
and then we will also make available on this video contact information because Roz does sell her essential oil blend. So if you'd like to, purchase some to use for yourself for inflammation and pain, absolutely, you'll be able to contact her on that.
You.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes. So, yes, pain is a very big aspect. The other thing is stress, anxiety, hormonal imbalances with women, infertility. And then, working to some extent with children with focus, ADD, attention deficit Yeah.
So much better to use oils than have to try to use medications for those things like anxiety and ADD, because they are big problems, but medicating is really not a good solution in my book anyway. One more thing I want to ask about, and that is energy. Like, is there something that can sort of pick somebody up if they're dragging and having a rough day with their energy?
Absolutely.
Oh, good.
I have a little
I knew there would be.
So you can smell it and see if it works.
Oh, good.
The energizing oils would be things like rosemary and lemongrass, and spicy oils like ginger and cinnamon. They are natural pick-me-ups as well. But it also depends on why is one lacking in energy too.
True.
So we can work on the adrenals and helping to balance the adrenals. And geranium is a really good oil for that too.
Ooh, geranium,
So,
yes.
So it'll be fun in a minute that we can try some of the oils, see how you feel. Does it make any difference? I also brought together a spray, which is the opposite of energy, but like calming the mind and helping with stress and anxiety as well. So
beautiful. Well, gosh, I think we're ready to see some oils in action. Okay, so now I get to be the recipient of some essential oil therapy, and I will tell you some reaction to it, because this is not smell-o-vision, but I'll let you know how these feel. So what are we doing first?
So this is a pain blend, and it really is a little sample, because I usually do it in a bigger bottle. But this is a little roll-on. It has, and I won't read it out because the oils are not on here, but it has the helichrysum, peppermint, black pepper, Roman chamomile, blue chamomile, or blue tansy, and a few other oils. It has a tiny little bit of wintergreen, but not enough to make any big difference.
Okay.
So this is, you could roll it on any area of pain. Of course, people who have a lot of muscle pain, they tend to need a bigger size and a bigger amount of it. But if you have any, and this you could put on the area of pain, or, preferably, or just put it on your wrist. It actually, the essential oils go into the bloodstream.
Interesting.
And so they have receptor cells.
Use it on that chronic neck, but even just smelling it, like I wonder if just even smelling it is therapeutic, because it just immediately makes me feel good.
It's therapeutic.
I love that
one. It may not reduce your pain enough.
Oh, well, that's okay. It makes me feel good.
We were talking about energy.
Yes.
So I have a little inhaler. And it's got the cotton wick inside, and I put lemongrass and cinnamon and ginger and rosemary, and clary sage, which is a really nice balancing oil as well.
And that one really smells nice too. Yeah, they all smell so good.
This will be really good too if you're doing a long car journey and you're driving and you're getting tired. It's a really easy way. This one is, I called it Mind Soothe. And I really made it for, you spoke about stress.
Yes.
But especially anxiety, people who are overthinking and who isn't, with computers and social media. And I don't want to mess up your glasses, but you could spray this if I could get it open. Okay. So this one, I'll show you on me, and then we can spray it. I'll spray it towards you. And it's really like closing your eyes and just breathing it in.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It's beautiful.
That is gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah, it's got about maybe 6 essential oils. Neroli, which is orange blossom, which calms the nervous system. It's got rose, it's got geranium, clary sage, ylang ylang, and orange. So not cheap oils. Rose is the most expensive oil, but beautiful, beautiful.
So I have a question. And you can tell me if I've been giving people the right advice or the wrong advice all these years. I tell my clients, when they are looking for essential oils, that if they smell something and they go, and it makes them feel good, that regardless of what a book says an oil does, that's an indicator.
Oh, sure,
would you agree with
absolutely, that? Absolutely. I think if your body needs it, if you react like that positively to it, it's for you. It's absolutely right, the right thing to do.
Beautiful.
Yes, yes.
Well, they're all lovely.
Yes, they are lovely.
And thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Well, now I get to be the recipient of this fabulous reflexology demonstration. Maureen Callan is going to do the demo here, and you'll be hearing the voice of Roz Zollinger as she explains what these reflexology points are and how they work. So let's get rolling.
Okay, well, we were talking about pain. So we thought to first demonstrate and to show the audience where the spine is, because so many people are dealing with spinal issues. And from the top of the thumb down is cervical, thoracic, lumbar, sacrum, coccyx. So one can work it. Maureen will show you how she works it with her thumb. At home, you can always take a pen and just roll it on that area, or just use any technique that you can to get in on that area. So that is one technique that we would do for spinal pain. The other technique is inflammation. We'll talk about inflammation. The adrenal glands help with inflammation. They help to produce natural cortisone. And that can be a little bit of a tender point, but it's working on the adrenal glands to help reduce inflammation, which at the same time is reducing stress as well. Also, the diaphragm and the solar plexus are areas that we use for pain. There is a diaphragm relaxation technique that we use, walking along that diaphragm, which is right under the ball of the hand there. And then we can also get in a little bit deeper, going back and forth on that area.
And may I say, that feels fabulous. Really, really nice.
And that's also good for breathing, by the way. And then in the middle of the diaphragm is the solar plexus. And that is a really good area, not just for pain, but anxiety, nervous tension, just helping to bring you back into the moment as well. Those are some basic areas. We can get more in-depth with that as well. We can think about specific areas of pain. If it's a headache, that would be the thumb, which is the head-brain area. So you could do massage it or finger walk it, which is the way we do it in reflexology, with pretty good pressure as well. So the thumb would be the main part of the head. Of course, all the other fingers, the pads of the fingers relate to the brain, the head as well, but also the sinuses.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people we're in allergy season now, so you could work the pads of your fingers a little bit there too.
So, Rose, I have a question. So we have a lubricating oil on the hand because it makes it easier to do this walking motion. Yes. Could you also add essential oils to a carrier oil and even get a better impact?
Absolutely. The one you're using there is called Unwind, which is lavender, chamomile, ylang-ylang, a little bit of sweet orange. So yes, you could, for different reasons, you could add essential oils.
Perfect.
Yeah. Maureen will be showing you where the central nervous system is on the feet. That is the spine, and you can see that it actually almost looks like the shape of the spine there as well. The head-brain area, which is the big toe, reflects the head-brain, also sinuses and the nose. The pads of the other toes are the sinuses and brain area too. We wanted to show you the lungs because we're in the allergy season now. A lot of people have issues with sinuses or lungs, and the lungs is on the ball of the foot. Next to the lungs, closer to the big toe, would be the heart area, a little bit of the heart on the right foot, a little bit more on the left foot, and also the diaphragm, just to show you where the diaphragm is under the ball of the foot as well. The adrenals that we worked on the hands, of course, is always good for inflammation, for stress, for anxiety. And that's a good area. It could be a little bit of a tender area, but it really helps. And then just to show you where the digestive system is on the foot is the entire instep of the foot. And on the right foot that you're seeing there would be stomach and liver. Stomach is there, and then the liver is on the other side. The gallbladder, and then we also would be following the colon, starting with the ascending colon, going up and then across the transverse, and then everything in between is the small intestine.
So you guys, I really wanted to add value to you with the program, and I have my areas of expertise, but there are other areas where I'm not an expert, but I want to bring you the help. And Roz has so graciously allowed me to interview her and use this wonderful information to bring to you. So use it well, and thank you.